All right, cool. We're live.
And I tell you, what are we saying?
Back into the flow, bro. Back into the
Back.
flow. You know, yesterday, yeah, I even said it yesterday on the episode, yeah. Oh, mate, getting back into the flow of the calls.
Yeah,
It's
no.
even long, bro. I'm still in Christmas, but today
Yeah,
I'm slowly getting back into the flow.
yeah, word.
I,
Today,
I, I, I had to accept today, like, you know what, Christmas is finished.
no.
Get back into the
I fully had that moment today. I was like, you know what? Yeah, just slap the AirPods in and just get
yeah,
moving.
word.
And
I
I
was
was
like, you
like,
know what, let's go for it.
come, it's come, it's come, it's come. This is what the
100,
break was for. This is what. This
100.
is why they gave it to me. I might as well use it properly. So yeah, no.
It's not how though, like in terms of it probably wouldn't apply as much to you. I don't know, but like any skill, if you stop doing it for like a week, you're rusty, bro.
You know
You're
about when you
rusty,
used
bro.
to have a summer holiday when you're younger and they come back and they like start writing again.
It's
Yeah,
simple. It's like whoa, like you
I
get
don't have to
rusty
write anymore.
so quick. Nah, it's actually nuts how that works. You know, if
It's
you don't
mad.
use it, you lose it, bro.
You lose it. You lose it. Words. So it takes a while. You need to warm up a little bit. Like with anything, you need
100.
to warm up. You know,
Nah, it's
it
true.
applies to work.
Nah,
You
you
don't.
do.
You don't.
You have
You
to
don't
warm up.
jump.
You
You
don't
don't.
just go to the gym.
Yeah, no, wait. You don't do a 10K just off the back of doing nothing. You don't just wake up and start running. You have to warm up. So
Simple.
yeah, no words. So I reckon this first week will be easing into it. But yeah,
What?
no, it's not too bad.
What's the office vibe saying for you though?
Yeah, no, John, I will not lie. I'm busy today. Today's been
Swear.
busy. Yeah, nah. I mean, me personally, I'm no technical whiz genius,
Yeah.
printers and all these things. Yeah, not my bag at all. But these
Uh,
lot have gave me documents and said, yeah, scan. So I was scanning for time, and then the lady I was scanning the documents to came to tell me that, oh, raw, you do know that you've been scanning it to me one sided, and I was like, swear.
that is so
But
peak.
at this point, John, I've gone through so many, I can't even count. And then she's like, yeah, you just need to press the double sided thing. And I'm like, this is long.
So what did you have to do it again or?
Yep, all over again.
No
All over.
way.
So, yeah. And everyone else coming up to me saying, oh, how's your day been? Is it all right? I'm like, no. I've been stuck at my desk. What do you
Nah,
mean? You can
nah,
look at my desk and tell me, can you see any actual desk? Can you see desk? No, you can't.
papers, everything, bro.
There's papers
Books.
everywhere.
Simple.
But
Is your office set up like an open space where like everyone can see everyone, or is it like bare
no, it's
little?
like
How does it work?
little pockets.
Okay,
Obviously, some places are like there's a few people together, then there's a few people together downstairs and whatever,
right,
or like a few singular offices. But it's one of those offices where everyone moves around though. It's all the time,
right,
So you
right.
see everyone sort of thing. It's not, yeah. Do you know what I mean?
No,
Like,
but they gave you your desk as well.
that's, yeah. No word. I got my desk job.
Then he put the picture there, the photo in the
Yeah.
corner. That's simple. That's good. That's
Word.
good. I've never had because when I was working in London, yeah, it was always like
Mm.
open. To be fair, I had a desk technically, but it was like it was just such an open. It was like open plan, bro. It was even cold. I'm not gonna lie. And then it was
Yeah.
like groups, like boom, boom, of all the people doing calls in it. So
Yeah.
it was kind of cold. I'm not gonna lie, but never had it like that. I've only seen like the movies, bro. Only seen like the
No word.
movies.
Word.
Nah, it's good
No.
though.
No,
What are you saying? Let's get into the segment, bro. Let's
Yeah,
get into the
word.
segment. Today's what clocking in truths. I
Clocking
got
in
one. You know,
truth.
I was searching for a good stat, and I was like,
Yeah.
you know what? Let me even. I couldn't find a stat for UK for this, but I found it for America and it for USA.
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to see what the salaries are saying in it.
Mm.
So I've got a stat. I want to see if you get this. The way I'm going to do it's going to be a bit weird. I'm going to do a true or false. I'm going to say a statement,
Yeah.
and then you can say whether it's true or false, basically, right?
Okay.
Because basically the stat is a number, but I don't want to give it away. So the statement is this is based in USA and it's based in dollars, isn't it?
Mm.
So the statement is
What's the exchange rate right now saying? Is
it's a
it
really good question.
because
Let me see
this
something
is a
real
lot.
quick.
This gives a lot of context to this conversation right
Let me
now.
check. $100 in pounds right now is £79.
Okay, that's fine.
So the statement is 15%
Mm.
of. Do you know? We'll do this. We'll do higher or lower. We'll do higher or lower. You can say higher or lower. So
Okay.
15%. You're gonna say whether it's higher or lower. 50% of the workforce in the USA earn at least $100,000 a year. Higher or lower?
More than 100,000. You know.
Yeah.
Ooh. I'm going to say higher.
Fair.
Yeah. No, I'm saying what?
If you have to give a number, no. If you have to give a number, what would you say?
What percentage of the
Yeah,
US
yeah,
population?
yeah, yeah.
I wouldn't say it's much higher than 15. I'd say
Right.
maybe like 25.
It's at 18.18. So you even got the
I
point.
wasn't
No,
that
wait.
far.
No, you weren't that far.
I wasn't
How
that
did you? How
far.
did you? How did you? How did you get to that logic in your head? 25ish.
Well, first I thought population size of the US. I was like, it's
Right.
just a pretty wham place. I'm pretty sure. Am I wrong? I might be wrong
Mm.
in saying that. Like, this could have been an absolute lie. Did I hear when I was younger something like each state in America is bigger than the UK or some
A lot of them are not. You know, I don't think everyone is, but a lot of them are. Yeah.
majority of them are in it. So
Yeah. Yeah.
it was a situation where I was thinking, okay, cool. Already they're a lot bigger than us anyway. So
Yeah.
surely one of the states could just doesn't necessarily mean it's spread equally, but one of the states could just have bread. Do you get what I'm saying? Like
True.
it could. So in my head, I was like, it's got to be a few. But then I was like, I know you go to some places like Detroit. Yeah, no one out there is earning 100 bags.
Nah, it's even peak because you know Detroit used to be back in the day. That used to be the spot, bro. You know
Oh,
all of that Motown stuff, all of those Motown artists, and then
yeah,
also when like all of these Fords and all of them, man, these
yeah.
fat car companies, Chryslers and that, they all
Yeah.
used to be in Detroit, but then it all flopped up. I'm pretty sure.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it all flopped up.
That's
Like Detroit used to be like Hollywood, bro.
I
Back in the
swear.
day. Yeah,
See, that's
man,
mad because I've never touched Detroit in my life, John, and that I know it as a place which is
it's done out.
It's done out. It's just
Yeah, it's done out.
that's mad.
It's done out. No, it's done out. But it's interesting because when I was looking at the stats here, I even got more stats here. So apparently, I was even thinking, right, I swear. But then again, when I do the conversion, it kind of makes sense. But 50% of the workforce earns 50k or more. Well, yeah, I was thinking, right, I swear, it's that man like America.
Yeah,
Then again, though, we have to bear in mind the cost of living there is probably higher in it.
yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Probably higher.
Even in my head, I was thinking bigger houses, probably an average.
True.
More
These men spend bare bread in that, bro.
bread,
Yeah.
health insurance. These men
True.
pay for. So
True.
if anything, they need the bread more.
True, they need the bread.
They
And I
need-
think at the same time, in America, there's more of like a consumerism thing. So there's more
Yeah.
flow of bread to give to the workers. And that. So it kind of balances out. But then the next bracket, 250k, 2.78% of the workforce earns 250k or more.
7%, 250.
2.78%.
Oh, okay.
250k. Yeah. Which is to be fair, still decent to be fair.
That's decent because
At the same time,
2%. That's if you look in the context of how big the USA is, that's fat. That's fat.
it told you that it's 100%. Like it's doable, bro.
It's
doable,
yeah, no,
bro.
what?
Yeah,
It's doable. It's
100%.
actually doable. What was it? I was seeing on TikTok, bringing it back hometown to London. I think I saw on TikTok. It was a couple weeks ago. It was a day. This guy, you know, these people just stop people in the middle of the street and they just ask, "Oh, what do you do? What do you do?"
Yeah.
And they stopped a doctor, and they said to him, they were like, do you think you earn enough to live in London? And he was like, no one ever earns enough to live in London. Like, if you say you do, you're lying. Like, he was like, he earns, I think it was close to $1 million a year. And he was still saying he doesn't earn enough to live in London. And I think only maybe like 20% of it came from working in like a public sector,
NHS, right.
the NHS thing. And the rest was all private. And he was like, and I was like, so 20% of what you do, if you were to do it solely, like you're saying, together right now, you're saying all together earning $1 million, you don't earn enough to live in London. Now imagine if you choose to diversify and say I have to go and work in the private sector, it'll be long. Do you know what I'm saying?
No word.
So it comes back to the point. I think we said it a couple episodes ago. I said this, and I'll say it again. 100 bags is not a lot of bread.
Nah, it's not.
It's not.
It's peak. It's peak because before it probably was, but the way inflation everything's moving.
Hey, at one point I thought 60 bags. I'm chilling.
Nah, 100.
That's calm.
100.
But now I'm getting to the point where I'm actually deep in. I'm like, you know what? Yeah, like the situation us lot are in terms of like house prices. It's just long. Like I was looking at houses the other day, and I was saying like just what like. Do you know what it is? Yeah, I don't want to live. Even if I was like a millionaire, multi-millionaire, I don't need like a stupidly massive house. Do you get what I'm saying? It's not a thing like that. Why am I having a house where I don't even see some of the rooms? What's the point? Do you know what I'm saying? Like there's no point. But I was just looking at some of the houses and I was like, you know, just for a standard house, just for me and my 3 kids and my wife, me and my wife to have a room and all my 3 kids have their own individual rooms. We're talking 700 bags, John.
Nah, it's true. It's true.
700 bags. this is why sometimes like I think I look at some people and I'm like, you know what, yeah, at this age right now, I'm in no rush to move out. I'll tell you that now.
Which is even nuts though, because like my mum, I don't know how old she was. She must have been late teens. Came to England from Ghana,
Stop
like
it.
late teens. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So these times, now it's normal that we're 25, 26. Well, we're like 23 in it, but people 25, 26, even 30, still live with the parents, and it's normal now, bro.
It's normal.
It's normal, which is
Like,
nuts, bro.
word. If someone said you're still living with your parents, what do you have bread?
Simple.
You might do, but I don't. Like, Joe, it's long because it's like I even like look at it in the sense of I try and save like a minimum like what's it, a bag a month. That's what I try and save a month.
Yeah.
Let's say, for example, a house is £800,000 deposit. It's going to be like what, usually like 25%, something like that. So you're saying, okay, cool. That's like
that's nuts, bro. For like a 200 tank, bro. But you know what? They'll come and say, yeah, first time buyers, we'll give you the 10% or whatever.
Okay, let's say give say 10%. That's still 80 bags, John.
100%.
Okay. So
that's
let's
like
say
80
me.
weeks. If you're doing, that's 80 months that you're saying. If you're doing one bag a month, 80 months of savings, bro.
Even if I decide to half it between me and my partner, that's what 40 months.
40 months. What's that, like a 3-year thing, bro?
3-year thing. Get comfy at home. Get comfy. You're not going nowhere. Where do you think you're going?
Well, so when do you actually think that you'll move? Do you reckon you'll move out like on a renting first, or do you reckon it's just a straight buy? Like, when do you reckon you'll move out?
I'm not sure, you know. I'll be honest with you, John. I'm not sure. I'm just trying my best to save as much as I can. And hopefully one day I just come across something and I'm like, boom, cool. But it's it's just, I'm just contemplating it now. I'm just thinking, you know what, it's actually going to be somewhat long because, I mean, I know I'm not going to lower my expectations. As bad as that sounds, I just don't get, sometimes I see people like, oh, it hurts, you know. Like the 9 to 5 actually hurts, John. It hurts.
It hurts, bro.
When I think about it, like actually, when I actually deep it, and I see people living their day-to-day lives, I think this 9 to 5 thing is actually so deep. How you can have dreams, John. And once you sit in that chair, those dreams,
it's gone, bro. It's gone, bro.
Gone. It's not even. It's just a realization that I will never have enough bread to live that dream, and then it's just get used to it. It's calm. You have to settle for a couple pegs lower than what I wanted. Like, John, no, John, and this is why I look back at Suits. I'm like Harvey Specter. What a guy, man. Man, brother said, and to this day, I believe him. Where he said, "Life's here, and I like it here." You get what I'm saying?
Simple.
You got to do what you got. Like, no, this is what I'm saying. I'll never ever be limited by my current situation. Do you get what I'm saying? I'm just like, nah, it can't, because there's a way. We just haven't figured it out yet.
It's tight though, because I'm 100%. I'm a dreamer. I'm a believer. All of that stuff.
Yeah.
I'm just thinking that the other side of the story is peak, because some people now, it's already peak for them. I mean, they've got the kids now. They've got the mortgage. They need the security. They've got the car payments. Do you know what I'm saying? They can't leave, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? So some people, it's even tight. Like, how do you... It's still doable. Don't get me wrong. I still think any situation is still doable. But at that point, the responsibilities are so high that it's so hard to break out of it.
This is what I'm gonna give these people watching us, John, a bit of advice, and I want you not to please just listen. Please.
Go show, bro. Advice, bro.
Nah, these men need to listen, right? Because I'm telling them now, every decision you make from the point you turn, like, I'm not even joking. The minute you turn 18, right? Every decision you make will now have a lasting impact for the rest of your life. You might not think it, but it will. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, now, if you're getting in relationships, just be careful. Just take a second thought about what you're doing, because every step you take now with this person could eventually lead to something that you probably didn't even expect. Do you know what I'm saying? Because I'm saying, like, we joke like we're 23, John, but like time is flying. We're 23.
That's flying, bro.
Some people are married now with children, and it crept up in them like nothing. So, as much as it's like you're living at home, there's still that element of like being a child kind of at this age, like, oh yeah, I'm still young, Like I don't have as many responsibilities, but you can create your responsibilities very quickly for yourself if you're not careful. Do you get what I'm saying? Like these things can just creep up on you, and bang, you got a you. Now what? Provide, and you don't have a choice. So even I think sometimes where it's like, oh yeah, I'm 23, I'm still young. I can, I don't need to settle down right now. It happens,
Sure.
and
Let's question. Yeah, I'm even curious. Yeah. So, and I'm even thinking about how I'd answer this as well. Let's say, obviously, we don't want this to happen. Not gonna happen. But let's say right now, boom, 9 months. Let's say right now, you're a parge in it. Whatever
yeah,
happens, let's say
yeah,
by summertime you're a parge.
yeah, summertime.
Based on all of the situation that you're in, right? The same thing, but you're a parge now.
The flowers and
How are
blooms.
you moving forward? Like, how would you personally like? What would you do?
Yeah. Do you know what? Okay, just let's forget about like dreams and whatever. If I'm a page in that situation, I'm a page, and it actually is what it is. Do you know what I'm saying? Like I have to like. There's no. I don't know how to describe it. For me personally, it might not be what I wanted at the time, because there'll never be a situation where I'll be like, oh, I regret having a child. I don't think I'll ever regret it. I'll just think it wasn't the right time. But we've got to move on with it. That's life. So I would just have to. Thing is with me, I know me as a person, that would actually motivate me more. I think having like a piece,
like you have to pattern it straight.
like I have to. Like now, there's no choice. Do you get what I'm saying? Like if that was the case, I'd be like, you know what, yeah, there's no wasting time now. It would be because then now there's someone there that's relying on me. Do you know what I'm saying? Like really and truly, I think that's what I mean. I feel like people think about life a bit too like take two steps. Yeah, nah, they're willy nilly. They're not thinking. They're not thinking straight, John. Yeah. Sometimes when you think you have a partner, really and truly, that like they're yours. You don't owe them nothing. Do you know what I'm saying? Like as harsh as that sounds, you don't owe them nothing, because really and truly, if it comes to it, hopefully they still have both their mum and their dad or siblings or whatever. They have another support system to go to. Once you have a child, that's you. There's no. My mum might decide to say, "I'll help you look after your son," but that's not your job. This is me. This is me now. Do you know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm saying. I'm just like, once you have a child, all of that, like, you know what, like, I don't need to do this. You have to. Do you know what I'm saying? Because there's going to come a point where, as sad as it sounds, our parents are not going to be here forever, and that's just the reality of life. So then what? Who's then going to look after you? Do you get what I'm saying? So, if for me personally, that would be the motivation. That would be the catalyst where I'm like, you know what? Yeah, wake up. Like, if there was a time for you to go and get your dreams, it's now, because like your window now. It was this, and now you've shrunk your window. So it's obviously a lot more comes into that. Let's not be naive. Your support systems and who you're with and your current situations all factor into it. But I feel like a lot of people sometimes look at a situation where they might have kids and think, "Oh, my dreams are gone." Your dreams aren't gone.
Yeah,
that should now just be your motivation to say, "Cool, I can pattern it." Do you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't think I'll be the first person to even think that, or the first person that's been successful in that situation to say, my kids are the key reason why I am where I am today. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you just have to you have to use that as like, cool, this is my my energy. This is where I'm getting my energy from to keep me going when I can't be else. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, but yeah, man.
You know, I didn't even know. I can't lie. I was even thinking if I was in that situation, it would be peak, Sean. It would be peak. But I think, like, just practically speaking, I think the first thing I do is probably get another job, like another part-time thing. Boom, straight. I'd probably do that. I'd have to persuade my parents on the biggest thing to help, man, innit? And then I was just like, you man wouldn't even see me again, bro. Like, I'd just be so focusing on getting bread, like,
bro,
and spending nothing, so that I'm, at least I can. You know what I'm saying? Like, and to be fair, think about it. This is what we should be doing anyway. Did you get it? Like,
yeah, no,
it's true, because when we put ourselves in this situation, yeah, that's how we would be. Because I'd be like, cool, I get another job. I'd persuade my parents to like help me as much as possible. I'd cut all unnecessary spending to like the bare mins, I'm eating tuna, bro. And Indomie, bro.
I'll be malnourished, John. I promise you that.
Simple.
Nah.
Water, tuna, Indomie, bro.
Yeah.
Simple. I'm munching that. I'm getting another job. I'm saving. And then I'm just like going to see like, all right, cool. How do I level up as quick as possible? But I think at that point, I think naturally I'd slowly, and this is the peak thing, because I think just from a practical standpoint, some of the, let's say, dreams I would probably forget about them. I'd be like, you know what, they have to go and pause in it. I can see how people fall into that. And it's kind of deep. It is kind of deep.
It's deep. But that's what I'm saying. I think you should have, with that, I feel like people have a lot of dreams. I think at that point they should start filtering through to say, all right, which ones realistically, realistically right now, which ones are actually going to bang. I'm not even to say, you know, for certain they're going to bang, but sometimes we have like, I don't know, I don't want to be that person that's like ever limiting someone's dreams, because sometimes look at the people that are in certain positions they're on today. They were the people that had the wildest dreams that everyone was like, yeah, what are you on about? Shut up. Do you get what I'm saying? But at that point where time's thin, you have to be practical. Do you know what I'm saying? You don't have to get rid of your dreams. You just have to be practical about your dreams and think, you know what, which ones are going to yield the quickest returns, essentially. Yeah. But
you know, on this topic is even nuts. I saw a story the other day. Yeah, one guy that in fact, Larry replies. I need to reply to him now. But there's a guy that I used to work with when I used to work in Curry's PC world. Yeah, this was like 2018, 2019 times. Yeah, there was a guy that I worked with. He didn't work for Curry's, but I don't know if you remember, if you go into Curry's, sometimes people from like Google will work there as well, but they work for Google, but they work inside Curry's and like they sell the laptops.
You know, I touched it yesterday.
I swear.
Yeah. So my mum asked me to get some ink, and I walked in there, John. You'd be sad if you saw what it's like in there now.
I swear.
Yeah, nah, it's not.
Done.
It's just, I don't know if it's because of COVID or the switch to like online shopping. John, it's lifeless in there.
That is like so peak.
You know the service when you used to walk in there, it was like everyone was like, "Oh, hello, sir."
Yeah.
John,
yeah.
None of it. None.
So
continue.
But anyway, no, because it's even interesting because this guy doesn't work there anymore either. But he used to work for like Google, I think, or maybe he worked for Google. And we were G's in it. He's a couple years older than us in it. One lad in it. He's a G. One day you should meet him in it.
Yeah.
Anyways, when we were there, 2019 times, he was like, you know what, I'm gonna get into like e-commerce in it. I think he was either doing, I don't know if he was doing drop shipping or like Amazon FBA or you know those things in it. He was like really on it. Like I remember when he started, because this was when the time when I was gonna start doing trading. He was like, oh, I swear, because he was having these conversations about like 9 to 5 is not really the pattern. He wants to pattern something, yeah. Anyways, since then he's been consistently patterning it. Wasn't getting results in it. And then the last 6 months of 2023, he put up a story of like the screenshot. The guy made 1.3 million.
Nah. So this is what I mean. You got to stick to the grind.
Simple. I was so happy. I was so like I said, this made I'm so happy. I was touched, bro. I was inspired. I was energized.
Do you know how motivating that is? Like hearing stuff like that, makes you feel like, you know what, just stick to your grind. Do you get what I'm saying? Like
don't he cop the Marge the Tesla? Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Simple.
And rightfully so.
Rightfully so. I'm so happy for the guy. I'm going to quickly hop on this call in it, but we'll hop back on in a second.
Say no more. We're back. Nah, I think, you know what, let's dedicate this next segment. I need to get some stuff off my chest, John. Because the facts, what you just said, about this guy has, I can't describe. I even just sat here for a second whilst you were gone. I was just like, you know what, I'm so happy for him. Right? I mean that from the bottom of my heart, because do you know what, I obviously now we've all come back from uni.
Yeah.
And I've been seeing a few people here and there, and I don't think I've spoken to one person and said, you know what, just casually like, oh, what's work saying? And I've heard any like excitement.
Literally the same word I was gonna say. Excitement, 100.
Like I'm waiting for someone to be like, oh mate, I'm started this and I'm really looking forward to it. There's none of it, John. It's purely just, same old. Ooh, life should never be same old. Do you know how upsetting it is? I hear it, I'm like, you know what, I can't even sit and say I'm any different, because it's the truth. I just think the fact that this guy has taken a dream, because do you know, even when you said drop shipping, I was like, that's not my personal passion. Do you know what I mean? So the fact he had that passion from early to be like, this is what I want to do. 9 to 5's not for me, but this is what I want to do. It's like, I can already tell that he was like, this is what I said before to you in another episode. I think I said it to you privately. To make a change, you have to be so uncomfortable in your current situation that you have to force yourself to get out of it. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He was so uncomfortable just doing the Curry's PC World thing. That was enough of a taste of him to be like, you know what, yeah, this is not for me. And he would. When was that? When was this? How many years ago? Back in
2019. 2019, we literally had the conversation. He said, "I'm going to patent it," and because when I messaged him, he was like, "Do you remember when we had a conversation?" I said, "Yes, I remember. It was 2019, bro." 2019.
So you're telling me, John, he was so uncomfortable in 2019 that he put himself through getting nothing for 4 years. Do you know how comfortable you got to be be like, you know, I'd rather give up a solid income for 4 years than be stuck in the John.
Just even nuts. I bumped into the guy. So when I had my interview for my last company in London, when I was going for my interview in London, I bumped into the guy at the station in London. I was like, man, and then we had a chat, and he was still doing the same thing. I think he was working, but then on the side he was like really going for it. But he was just trying to work it out, bro. Just really going for it, bro. Like really going for it. So he was always doing it. I was so sure. I was so happy, bro. If you met him as well, he's like the type of guy you're like, yeah, like he deserves it. Do you know what I'm saying? Like,
word.
He's that's a G still. That's a G.
And that's another thing. It's like, in terms of like he was on a journey, you know, and John, when you actually deep, it's actually deep, because imagine if he gave up just the day before it happened.
Simple.
Like that's all it could have. He literally, the day before it finally happened, where he earned that 1.3, he could have just been like, yeah,
simple.
I can't.
And you know, he was even saying as well, which is so true. He was basically saying that like when it rains, it pours, in it. So once it starts banging, it bangs, bro. Do you get it? Like,
yeah.
You're dead for time, but then once it starts banging, it's exponential, innit? It's like a boom.
Word.
It's not like a gradual. It's like it won't bang for time, and then it'll start banging, innit?
Yeah.
You just have to be constantly putting in the work. So, and it's the same story. It's the same thing we always hear, innit? Like everyone knows this, but it's like who can actually pattern it? Who can?
And this is what it comes down to. The same saying, which I said to you for a long time, John. If life was easy, anyone could do it.
Simple, anyone could do it, bro.
If it was easy, we'd all be in that situation, but it's not. Like you said, when it rains, it pours, and sometimes not everyone is willing to go through the torrential downpour and hold the umbrella up. It's got a few. It's literally all the wires are coming off.
The wind is swinging. The wind is swinging.
Wind is swinging. A lot of people, if a bus comes along, they're getting on the bus. But he was like, "No, I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait outside. You lot can go in it. I'll wait. And he went, John, the umbrella is gone. Now the hood's just up, and he's just standing there in the cold by himself, alone. Because at that point, there's generally people would have also like not. It's sad because how many people would have been like, like they would have seen his situation. Right, the sun is really sunning.
Really sunning, bro. Man, like England, fam. He said, you know what? Christmas is done. Let's see if we can start bringing the summer team back.
Well, do you know people would have been like, this is where you got to really not care about people's opinion. This is what I'm saying. Because do you know people would have been like, what are you doing? What are you doing, man? Like,
100.
you're not earning money. You've not been earning money for the last 4 years. Like, why are you not just getting a job, whatever? And he was just like, yeah, nah. He said, like, 100. I can't hear you. He said, 100. I can't hear you. Because people, in life, there's a lot of background noise. Do you know what I'm saying? And sometimes you just have to put your blinders on, put the earbuds in, and just stay in your lane. This is what my brother said to me the other day. He said to me, because we were just chatting about this in the podcast, and he was like, bro, he said it to me. He was like, I can't lie.
You felt it hit,
yeah. He was like, on a real, Sean, like I believe in you, innit? Like Jenny, I believe in you and John that this like the energy you put into this, it doesn't come out with nothing. Do you get what I'm saying? Yeah. So when he said that, I was like, you know what? Yeah. Sometimes you gotta select the voices that you're listening to, because there's a lot of background noise which can stop you from achieving the things you want to achieve, and it's heartbreaking. But in this case, obviously, congratulations to the Don.
100%.
For him.
I'm even clocking, yeah, a big part of the source is, like, when you look at people, I've even been listening to, there's a biography on Elon Musk, in it, recent.
Mm,
I don't know if you saw it, came out recent by some guy called Walter Isaacson. He did
mm,
the same biography. He did a biography on, like, Steve Jobs, Einstein, and he actually, like, goes to live with them for time and then actually, like, makes a proper banging biography in it. It's not like
that's cool.
no, he actually goes to, like, live with them for time in it. Anyways,
Yeah,
point is, so I've been listening to, I've got the book, but I like audiobooks, so I was listening to the audiobook. I'm clocking, yeah. With Elon, it's a little bit different, but the main thing is, yeah, like, you see, the people that pattern it, they're the ones that, like, they're willing to do it for time without seeing results. Like,
yeah, word.
they have the maddest willpower of, like, you know what, I could do this for 5, 10 years. Doesn't matter if I don't get results, I'm still gonna keep doing this, bro.
Mm,
And
mm,
eventually it bangs. And
no word.
I'm seeing the same thing happen over and over again. It's always the same thing, bro. It's always the mindset of, I'm actually going to be patterning this for the long term until it patterns. 5 years,
Yeah,
10
word.
years, whatever it is, and it bangs. So I'm thinking, raw, that's going to be, so if we bring it back to the podcast, it's like, all right, cool. How long are we willing to continue posting 2 per week, sorry, without even seeing results? Like, how long, what's our lifespan? Because the longer that is, that's more like, the longer it is, the more likely we are to pattern it.
Word.
Do you
But
get it?
that's what I'm saying. For me, and I'm sure it's the same for you. This why I think personally that the lifespan of this is just there's not really a limit on it, to be honest, because
Mm,
it only enhances my day-to-day life, if you get what I mean.
mm,
It doesn't actually bring any burden really to my life
mm,
whatsoever. It only enables it to actually, if anything, move smoother. Because I think, what would I be doing with my time if it wasn't really for this? Like, do you know how empty my life would feel just going to work, going on a walk on my lunch break? That's how I felt, for the first couple of weeks.
mm.
I was just like, as much as this is what I've been like set up to be, but I was like,
Yeah.
it was so, every day was so monotonous. It was
Mm,
so mundane. It was just the same thing from start to finish, and it just felt empty. Now, in between my times, I'm thinking, cool. In my lunch break, I'm either on a call with John, I'm either editing a clip, or I'm doing this, or I'm doing that. In my free time,
yeah.
I'm thinking, how do we make this better? What targets do we set ourselves for it to get better? I'm thinking all these things now, and it makes life just move a little bit smoother. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Sometimes people that don't have like, I'm not saying have like, I don't know. I'm not saying like, I'm not trying to force people to say, start something right now. But if there's something you're thinking about doing, even if you don't think anything's going to come from it, just try it, innit? It will
Mm,
make life a bit more enjoyable. Do you get what I'm saying?
yeah. Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
once school finishes, uni finishes, all this sort of stuff, and you're stuck in this routine of the 9 to 5, you got to make life entertaining somehow. Do you know what I mean? Life
Mm,
should never be. I should never be asking you the question, what's life saying, and you're saying, same old, same old. It shouldn't be same old, same old. There should be
yeah.
a bit of. If someone asks me right now, what's life saying? It's cold. I'm enjoying it right now.
Simple, but
It's cold. I got some
simple,
variation.
simple.
Do you know what I
I
mean?
mean, that works.
I don't know what the new day is gonna bring, and that's what I'm saying. You got to fill in. It's like there's like blanks within your day, and you got to fill those
Yeah.
blanks in. And that's what I think. My lunch break, I fill it in with something. Before I wake up in the morning, get to work, I got to fill it in with something. After work, I
Yeah.
got to fill it in with something. Do you see what I'm saying? You got to fill in the gaps, and eventually those gaps get bigger and bigger and bigger to the point where hopefully one day those the
Those
major
things are big. Yeah.
they just disappeared, and now
Yeah.
it's just your dream. It's got to start from somewhere. Do you know what I'm saying?
You said something interesting, yeah, about how life's cold, yeah, which I'm even interested in your answer for this, yeah. What's your thoughts on happiness? Like, what is, so in terms of life, in terms of, yeah, you could say, how does one become happy? And do you think that's something that people should even strive for happiness, or should just strive for, like, productivity, or, do you know what I'm saying, or like, what's your overall
Uh,
thoughts?
oh, what should just? I think if you're happy, you'll be productive. Personally,
Okay.
I can't be productive.
What's your thoughts on, or where does happiness come from for you personally?
Me
When would you say you're
personally,
at your most happiest? Yeah.
uh,
Or you could flip it, you could say the least happiest.
mm, I'm least happiest when I feel like life's not really going anywhere. Do
Okay.
you get what I'm saying? When I'm
Uh-huh.
when life's a bit stagnant, I just feel I'm a shell of myself. Do you know what I'm saying? I don't feel like
Yeah.
I don't know how to describe it. For me, happiness comes from difficulty. It sounds mad to say, but
Yeah.
I need a bit of difficulty in order to have like a bit of purpose. Do you know? I don't know how to describe it. okay, let me think of a situation. I'm trying to dumb it down a bit. Cool. Let's say, like when we were in school, this is actually mad because this is controversial to everything that I stand for as a person.
Right.
Me and maths were never boys.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I did not get along with maths
Neither,
whatsoever.
bro. Neither,
Right.
bro. And we even went to the math school, bro.
No, word. We went to the maths school and I hated maths. But there was a feeling of absolute happiness of having a problem that was long and you solved it and
Interesting.
you got it right. John, that feeling was like no other because it was something which I didn't think I could actually achieve and I achieved it. Do you get what I'm saying? I don't
Yeah.
like happiness doesn't come from me doing things I know that I can do or know things that I can achieve. Like for example, I'm in a situation where I kind of feel like if you go to uni, you got your degree, you go into the sector that you're in or whatever that you're meant to go into. No happiness comes from that for me because it's kind of all like laid out there for, not to say that I didn't have to put in work to get it, but it's just I'm now here because that's what I was meant to be doing anyway. Do you get what I'm saying? I like a bit of difficulty. That brings me happiness. But right now, some people, and that's not to say it's everyone. Some people will go from doing a degree or going to school, doing a degree, end up in their sector and they're gassed. And good for you.
Yeah.
I'm happy. So long as that's what you want to be doing, I'm happy for you. That's what makes you happy. But for me personally, I don't like. I like a bit of. I don't know how to describe it. It's difficult.
A bit of like a.
Yeah, I don't like following a trajectory that I'm meant to go down. That's not. I've realized that's not for me. Like it's not at all. I need to achieve something which I'm not actually meant to be achieving.
Interesting. Do you know what? That's such a like. I never thought about it like that. I'd say for me, yeah. Analyzing myself, I'd say I'm happiest when I'm productive. In the sense of if I when I'm doing what I know I should be doing in terms of I'm not procrastinating. I'm being what's it called? I'm having consistency. Like I'm doing. Let's say for example, I set myself like I know I need to go to the gym 4 times this week, and I go 4 times this week. Like the hard things that's hard to do, but are good to do. Whether it's like going to the gym, eating healthily, let's say waking up early. When I do those things, that's when I'm happiest, bro. I tell you, bro. When I was, and I haven't even done this in a while yet. I tell you, when I was, the time when I was enjoying myself, yeah, was when I used to wake up early, bro. Early AMs, bro. Up at 4 a.m. You see these people that they're online and that. Obviously, it's like the 5 a.m. club and that. And I get it. Like some people force it in. I'm just like practically speaking, it's way better when I wake up early, but it's harder.
Yeah.
But I guess the overall point for me is that like it's just when I'm productive. Like if I do the things that I know I should do and could do that will maximize my potential. I think that's the way it is. When I'm maximizing my potential, when I reach my potential, that's when I'm at my happiest personally, innit? That's how I kind of look at it. But it's an interesting one,
Even touching on that, maximizing your potential, I feel like sometimes you used to set yourself mad targets because it will always you'll surpass your expectations of yourself. Do you know what I'm saying?
Right.
You start surpassing your expectations of yourself, and that's what I'm saying. I don't believe in. I don't know. There's potential is limitless. No one ever has. I don't believe anyone has a cap. You don't.
That's even the point though, because now it's how do they say limitless or whatever it is without a limit. Yeah, that's even the point. So knowing that's a limit, like what could you actually be doing? And when you're actually getting close to that, because you'll never actually get to your potential, but how close can you get, bro? Like when I'm like, all right, cool. Today, I did everything that I could have patterned. This is my goal. My goal is, I don't know what it is, to have 10,000 subscribers or have a podcast, yeah. Today, I did everything that I know I should have done and a bit more to get to that goal. I'm happy, bro. Do you get it? You know what I'm saying? Or if my goal is to be in shape, I did everything I did this week to pattern that. Munched everything correctly, tracked everything. I went to the gym, did my steps, boom, 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 slept. I'm happy, bro. That's kind of how it is for me. Do you get what I'm saying?
Word. Like for me, but then obviously, like I don't know about you, but for me, happiness and content are not the same thing for me.
Yeah.
At all. At all. In the sense of like, I might be happy one day we get a certain number of views on the thing, or I might be happy one day that I've got up and I've gone on a 10k run. Like in the summer, I was going 10k runs every single day, John. But not one day was I content. Not one day did I look at that clock and think, I'm happy that I got that time. Or I looked steps on the scale and I was happy. At the start, I mean, when I was like 75 kg, the goal was initially get to 70. I thought I'd be happy when I content when I got to 70. Got to 70, I was like, well, no, I'm not now. So now I need
Yeah.
to get to 65. Got to 65, I still wasn't content, and I went down.
Some people say that's not. Some people say that's not healthy, but I think that's what life is about, bro.
That's what life is about, Jenny.
The
And
moving target, bro. The moving target.
word.
You get
Like what? Like why are you ever happy being stagnant? Like that
Yeah.
should never. You should never be happy being stationary. What? So you get to the finish line, then what? Do you know what I'm saying? You've not. There's still time. Do you know what I mean? Do you know what I mean? What else are you gonna do with your time? That's why these people, John, these Steve Jobs, these what's it?
Elon's and that,
Elon's, these Mark Zuckerbergs, they're tats because they're never content.
Yeah, they're done out. Yeah, no, they're done out. If you read these books, yeah, this Elon
If
guy,
you-
he's done out, bro. He's
If
done
you
out.
honestly believe these lot are doing it for bread, you are confused.
Yeah, done out.
Because
Yeah,
money was they reached the peak of like the value of money to these man, like Bill Gates and these man, they reached it long ago. Like I reckon when they got their first meal, they were like the money. It was never even a thing for them. Probably like it was just like now. If you ask them, I don't even think they even think about like what a card is, John, or what money or cash is. They don't think about it. It's not, no. John, mad that is like they live a completely different they live a different life among us. You know, they don't look at life the way we look at it. Like we are so built on the construct of job, money, pay for things, live well. These men don't think about that. It's not a thing for them. As if they can't just walk into any single shop and with just their face and get whatever they want. You know, they can walk into any shop, John, and just grab.
100.
Do you know?
And you know what? If there's a problem, they
what-
off the shop. If there's a problem, we'll just buy the shop. Don't worry.
We'll just buy the shop then.
It's simple.
If I was like, what's it? Mark Zuckerberg. So I go into a shop, I start taking stuff, and I say, "Oh, excuse me, sir." What you say? I'll say, "Hang on. Go on your phone a second." Yeah, you see that app? That's me.
Simple.
To relax. Do you know what I'm saying?
I'm nuts, bro. I'm
Life
not
for
gonna
these
lie. If I had bread, yet, do you know what I'd do? Like, I actually want to do this at some point. Like, I want to be the don that like goes to like restaurants in it, like quietly, no one knows, and I'd be like, I'll go to the waiters, I'm paying for everyone, don't tell it to me in it. And I silently. Or I go to Tesco, I'm like, bro, everybody gets everything free in it, and they can pick up whatever they get. I'm paying for it in it. Don't tell anyone it's me in it. I would like that's actually what I want to do. Like people that do
John, that takes me back, to there was this time I was working in Sainsbury's. Oh, John, see people that do stuff like that, yeah, I think I rate them, because there was the one time where I was serving there was a queue of customers, just another Sunday at Sainsbury's. I was like, yeah, whatever, cool, serving people. And this lady, I'm serving her, and she didn't really say too much, to be fair. And there was a lady behind her with like 3 kids maybe, and like she was like obviously trying to keep control of the kids and stuff. Like, look, I don't know her personally, but she's like a decent mum. Didn't like seem like a good mother to her kids and stuff like that. So and then as she's about to leave, she slaps down. I think it was like £50, and she was like, "This is for the lady shopping behind me, and give her the change." And the thing is, obviously now I was like, whoa, I was taken aback. I was like, okay, cool. And then I told the lady, I was like, oh, the lady said that. She didn't wait for her to see her reaction or anything. She just walked off. Like she just walked off. She was like, yeah, did my thing. But John, the relief. Just the relief. What she bought was nowhere near £50. She walked up with an extra £30 in her pocket. Simple. But just the relief of just like, this is what I'm saying. I even getting into, if we are to ever get in a position, John, where we are actually like in a position where we can have that amount of like wealth or bread where we don't like, we can afford to do stuff like that. I best believe I'm doing stuff like that,
100%.
Best believe I'm doing stuff like that, because I just think
a promise, bro.
On a real, if you lot catch me, I promise. Because I'm like, some people just need, like, not saying they need a handout, but every day it's like some days people just need a helping hand. Just
nuts as well. It's actually so easy to make someone's day. Very easy, bro. Because tying it back to 9 to 5, like, you see how people's days is just the same stuff and it's same problem, same monotony, bro. So one thing, it's easy to just make someone's day just like that. Simple.
Word. The same way, like in the, because if you do it too much, you'll lose your mind, because like even up with the 9 to 5 house, so it's so mundane, but there's certain points where things just happen out of your control, which now is like an added cost here, an added cost there, an added cost there. And it's like already you're not enjoying the situation you're in. And on top of that now, slap down bread for this. This is an unexpected occurrence which you could never have planned for. You're having to pay your tire's gone. Boom. That's like what, £400? You've got £300 in the bank account. You've got 3 kids at home. Archie, Billy, and Gary are all at home waiting for Spag Bowl tonight, and you now have to pay for a tire in order to drive them to school the next day, drive them to football club, this, that, the other, and you got no choice. So that one person saying, you know what, yeah, let me give you just not. It's not a handout. I'm just helping you up. Just helping you up. Do you know what I mean?
100%. Nah,
it's not. I'm not handing it. I'm not giving a handout. I'm just helping you up. Just giving you a helping hand. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, this life is crazy, man. If it was easy, anyone can do it. But I think
anyone can do it.
The more and more we do this, John, I'm starting to realize that, you know what, yeah, I'm just like, my conversation with people are now changing. Do you know what I'm saying? I'm listening. I'm listening to things, and I'm like, you know what, yeah, you got it tough, man. But so do I.
Nah, it's true.
I get
you gotta find a way, bro, make it happen. Anyways, I'm even gonna dip. I'm about to dip out.
Yeah. I think we need. I need to start hearing people's. I want to start hearing people's opinions and stuff like this. You know, I need to start hearing people's like they're not struggle. I don't want to be hearing struggles, but I need
situations. Just the situation.
Situations. Word.
What's going on?
Just tell us about your situation.
I was the 9 to 5.
Yeah, word. Just tell us, because sometimes, you know, when we talk about it, we might be chatting waff. So it might be you might be in a better situation than we're talking about, or maybe in a worse situation. But I think, you know, just chat to us, innit, and we can go dig into it further. But no, word.
Simple.
No more.
All right, say no more. We'll close it there, but
yeah,
we'll pack now. I'll have a recording soon, innit?
Nah, say no more. I'll catch you in a bit, fam.
In a bit, bro.